In the world of basketball, we're always searching for precedents, but it's rare when those precedents date back nearly 50 years. Two names from the class of 2024 are taking the basketball world by storm: Angel Reese and Clark. These stars are so electrifying that even casual fans can't ignore them. Their intense rivalry has captivated audiences globally, dominating headlines and media outlets across the world.
Clark and Angel Reese effect is real. According to Vivid Seats, the average ticket price for today's game is $351. Can I borrow some dollars?
Hello?
That is the highest average ticket price for a WNBA game since 2015. In fact, Clark or Reese make up the top 10 hottest WNBA tickets since 2015.
Together, they've breathed new life into women's basketball, sparking a revival no one could have ever imagined. Their impact has been so monumental that finding any precedent in basketball history is nearly impossible. Caitlin and Angel are competing for the Rookie of the Year trophy in a non-stop race.
The WNBA Rookie of the Year race is starting to heat up, so let me tell you about these leading candidates and how they're trying to earn all of our votes.
But their battle is so much bigger than that. Like Larry Bird and Magic Johnson in 1979, this pair of players may change the conception of basketball forever. But why have we heard this so many times? Why do these two players have the ability to change the WNBA completely? The viral phenomenon in women's college basketball didn't just happen overnight. It all started a few seasons ago when Sabrina Ionescu burst onto the scene, dazzling us with her incredible playing style and shooting range. Since then, the spotlight on women's basketball has grown exponentially, capturing the hearts of fans everywhere. And just take a look at the numbers. The Division I stint of Clark and Angel Reese was unprecedented. Fans were hooked on this duel of players who were able to elevate their game in the most decisive moments. Two players who were changing the conception of what was normal in women's basketball. But the point is that the duels between Iowa and LSU have broken record numbers. In fact, the NCAA tournament matchups between these two teams have been the third and sixth most watched games in women's college basketball history. Not only that, but Caitlin's Iowa matchups against UConn and South Carolina were the two most watched games in women's Division I history. Not surprisingly, the games between these two teams were full of competitiveness and intensity. In 2023, Angel took the victory in the finals when they managed to beat Iowa in a game where their trash talk went viral.
And Angel Reese knows a ring is coming.
But in 2024, Caitlin finally got her revenge, beating LSU in the semifinals. Unfortunately, though, Iowa ended up losing to South Carolina in the finals. Clark was unable to achieve her dream before making the jump to professional basketball. But here's the kicker. Even the most casual fans were glued to their screens for these games. Everyone knew when they were on, thanks to TV and social media buzz. That's a rare feat in the history of women's sports, something only a few athletes have ever achieved. It's a phenomenon that we might not have seen before. Well, probably not us, but maybe our fathers did. The 1970s were a tough decade for the NBA. Legendary teams from big markets were struggling, and teams from smaller markets were making it to the finals. This was perfect from a competitive standpoint, but not from an economic standpoint for a league that was in desperate need of spectators. But in 1979, there were two players in college basketball who were different. Larry Bird was leading Indiana State to an unprecedented season, while Magic Johnson and Michigan State were considered one of the best teams in the country. But when these two powerhouses reached the NCAA Tournament Final Four, the rivalry hit a whole new level. The Magic-Bird showdown was a phenomenon that took the United States by storm. 45 years later, it's still the most watched game in college basketball history, with over 35 million viewers. No one wanted to miss the chance to see these two future NBA legends go head-to-head, knowing they were destined to become all-time greats. Michigan State took the win, and like Caitlin, Bird had to settle for a runner-up finish before reaching the pros. However, both players forever changed their franchises. Magic and Bird created countless iconic moments and were instrumental in the success of the league's two most legendary teams. Their rivalry became so famous that countries like France started broadcasting NBA games after the epic 1984 finals, captivating audiences worldwide. But it didn't stop there. Bird and Magic revolutionized basketball marketing. Larry, drafted 6th overall, became the highest paid rookie in any major sports league. Meanwhile, Magic received million-dollar offers from major brands like Adidas, Converse, and Nike, eager to have him represent them. Their impact on and off the court was truly groundbreaking. Now, don't you see the striking similarities in their journeys? Check this out. Angel and Caitlin, much like Magic and Bird, have captivated the nation with their college basketball skills, drawing unprecedented attention to the sport. The entire country was buzzing whenever they hit the court, and their epic clashes set new audience records in college basketball history each time they squared off. We've also seen how the guards, Magic and Caitlin, were selected in the same position in the draft, first overall, while Bird and Angel were selected 6th and 7th respectively. But being in the same year, everyone knew that Caitlin and Angel were going to have the opportunity to continue their rivalry in the WNBA. On top of that, these players have shattered boundaries beyond the court, with the NCAA now allowing NIL deals worth hundreds of thousands annually for top athletes. Reese and Clark have set a new standard. Their groundbreaking deals with top-tier brands have redefined collegiate sponsorship, securing them millions of dollars in unprecedented agreements. In addition, Caitlin has secured staggering earnings by any athlete standards, landing a Nike contract that surpasses WNBA rookie scales by a factor of 40. To put that in perspective, while earning $77,000 annually with the Fever, her Nike deal brings in nearly $3 million per year. Crunch those numbers. But that's not all. Ice Cube's Big Three offered her $5 million annually to join their summer league, featuring notable former NBA players. Despite the tempting offer, she declined. What I'm getting at here is history repeating itself. Just like Magic and Bird revitalized a struggling NBA, capturing the fans' hearts and turning it into must-watch entertainment, we're witnessing a similar transformation in women's basketball. Their impact goes beyond the game, reshaping the league and solidifying it as a premier sports spectacle for fans everywhere. Now, the WNBA faces some significant challenges, the most pressing being financial. The league continues to operate at a loss, exacerbated this year by outdated TV deals that fail to reflect its true impact. The NBA, holding a 50% stake in the WNBA, often steps in to provide necessary funding, but this can't go on indefinitely. Immediate action is crucial for the league to capitalize on the momentum generated by this generation of players. While Caitlin and Reese didn't have a perfect start to their professional careers and faced criticisms from fans hungry for more, they've swiftly exceeded expectations in recent months. Clark has emerged as one of the league's premier guards, adept at orchestrating the offense and scoring at an elite level. Meanwhile, Reese has become a double-double machine, setting a new record for consecutive double-doubles in WNBA history. Both are accelerating their team's ascent to the next level. Sure, Magic and Bird made an immediate splash in the NBA, transforming their teams into instant contenders. But in today's basketball landscape, it's rare for rookies to have such an immediate impact. Most top picks land on teams still in need of development, like the Fever, who haven't seen the playoffs since 2016. However, mark my words, we're on the brink of witnessing epic playoff showdowns between these two stars that will captivate fans across the league. We may have a journey ahead, but Caitlin and Angel have already left their mark. As rookies, they've brought unprecedented attention to a league that's been around since 1996, but has never seen such a vast audience. Wherever they go, cameras follow, as their presence is synonymous with generational talent. One thing is crystal clear to me: the future of the WNBA is in exceptionally capable hands.